Okay guys, hello. It is now 8:40 in the evening and I have finished a book. I finished a book an hour into the readathon because I listened to the audiobook as I cleaned my room and did the dishes, and I finished The Great Garden. Honestly, this book is one of my least favorite books I've ever read. It is on par with We Were Liars, which I read either this month or last month, that I absolutely despised as well. This book, I have so many thoughts and things to say about things that were so wrong in this book, but honestly I don't feel like I can say them because it is spoilers and it is basically the plot twist of the book. But it was so problematic in my opinion. I don't like the things that happened in it. I did not understand why everybody is rating this 5 stars. I don't like it. I don't think it deserves any sort of hype. I'm honestly gonna unhaul my copy. I don't even want that book on my shelves anymore. So I gave it 1 star, but on a positive spin that does mean I have now read 14 books in the month, and technically I only have 1 more to read, even though of course I do want to read 6, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm on reading sprints with the girls right now. We're just doing our first sprint and I'm gonna pick up Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I am 150 something pages in and I do want to finish this. I do think I can finish this tonight. Like, it's a very fast read if I just sit down and read it, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm very excited, and I think after that I'm either gonna pick up We Hunt the Flame or Fire with Fire, because this one looks so good as well. I just really want to get back into fantasy. It is raining outside, it is thundering outside, it is literally like winter weather, even though I'm wearing summer clothing because I refuse to let it be winter in July. But that being said, it is so cold, it is so dreary, and I'm not in the mood for romances anymore. Like I will read a romance, like a Kindle Unlimited romance, but like the kind of books like beach read and books set on the summer I'm not really into right now unless it gets warm again. So those are my plans for right now. I will update you. Hopefully I can read the entirety of this book today. That would be amazing, but we'll see how it goes. Oh my god, this is the worst book I think I've ever read.
It seems like everyone has a social life but me.
It's crazy, I know, but I don't want this woman to ever be in danger. I want to take care of her, protect her, claim her. I don't want her to search out a noise again. I want her, and I want her as mine.
Don't even start.
No.
She would at least give us some angst. Like,
That is Sarah J Maas on crack. So it is currently midnight. We are 6 hours into this readathon and I have just finished 2 more books. So I have finished 3 books already. Do they even count as books? I'm not too sure. So I've just gotten off of sprints with the girls and I convinced Bisma and Lucy to read it with me. The first one, I haven't told you what it is yet, but that's coming. Sophia heard some of the sentences and decided that she was going to take the smart decision and not put herself through it. Sarah was gone to bed. But the book that I read was Taken by Hope Ford. Oh my god. This was, I have no words for how bad this book was, and I'm sorry, I am so tired, but god, this book is just on another world of like, oh, what the fuck. I will start off by saying this is 35 pages and it is on Kindle Unlimited. The reason that I read it was because I did need to finish another book to get to 15 books read in July, so I picked a 35 page book. I want to bleach my eyes. I want to unsee this knowledge from my brain. I want to turn back time to tell myself it is okay if you don't read 15 books in July because it is better than reading this book. But I didn't take my own advice and I did read it. And you might think, Emma, that was a bad decision. Yes, But you know what was the worst decision? To read the sequel. That was a worse decision. But I did read the sequel. The sequel was called One Night. That was worse. The first one was bad, but it was kind of funny bad, and because like the three of us were reading it together, we were absolutely pissing ourselves laughing, so it was like entertaining bad. But the second one was just bad, just bad, and it made me not want to continue with the series. Like obviously I shouldn't continue with the series, but this made me sure I am never going to read another book from the series again, because the misogyny, no. Miss Hope, if you are going to be a misogynist, take it outside of fiction. If you are going to shame women for what they do to their own bodies, take it out of fiction, because no. Oh, what the fuck. Wouldn't recommend, but also they are 35 pages and I did read them very quickly, and also I had a fun time reading the first one because I read it with the girls and we laughed a lot over some of the sentences. So that was my day. I originally went on these sprints to finish Throne of Glass. Have I read a single page of Throne of Glass? No. But honestly, I feel like I need a break from romance because I do want to get into a fantasy. That is all I will say about those two books. But did I count them towards my Goodreads goal? Yes. Do I care that like the however many hundred friends I have on Goodreads are gonna see the fact that I read this book? No. Not particularly, because I want that 100 book goal. I need that validation in my life. So as I said, it is currently midnight, but I'm feeling adventurous. I'm feeling like I shouldn't quit at midnight on my own readathon. I'm feeling slightly energetic. I might make myself some peppermint tea. I'm either going to continue with Throne of Glass or start Fire with Fire. Honestly, Throne of Glass is just like a little bit meh to me right now. I don't know why. I go through like different moods of wanting to read it and then not wanting to read it, because I'm just like, I know everything that's gonna happen and I really just want to get to Air of Fire. Also, I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is raining so heavy and it's the best ASMR. Okay, so it's now 12:15 in the evening, but I am gonna read. I don't know what I'm gonna read though. It's the most frustrating thing. It's like I want to read hundreds of pages, but I don't know what I want to read. I think I might go with Throne of Glass because like I know the world and I should be able to go through it fast. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so I'm gonna give my last update of the night right now because it's currently 1 AM and I am so tired. I love the idea of a 24-hour readathon, but I'm too tired to actually stay up. So I ended up reading the first chapter of Fire with Fire and I'm honestly not completely invested right now. Like obviously it might take more than one chapter to get fully invested, and because I've read a lot of adult books lately and a lot of kind of new adult books, reading a book from the perspective of like a 13-14-year-old is going to be very different, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I might read another chapter, but I'm really tired, so I might not. But this has been a really fun readathon so far. I finished 3 books, so my goal now is not to finish more books. It's basically just to read more pages and get back into fantasy. That is my goal. I may end up extending the readathon a little bit, or I may not, because I know that my cousin is coming down to stay with me tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. But me and Lucy have been talking and texting for the past hour because we're both planning on binge watching season 1 of Outer Banks to catch up before season 2. But yeah, that is all I have to say for right now. I have finished 3 books, which is incredible. I don't know how many pages that is, but I will count it up at the end. I am going to give this more of a shot because I do think it has potential. It just needs a little bit of warming up to and a little bit of getting used to, but I'm going to go between that one and Throne of Glass. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello guys, good morning, happy Friday. So I say morning, but it is midday right now. I have some updates for you and I have a book to unbox as well. So this is one of the books that I ordered from Book Depository, I think like probably 2 weeks ago by now, but I do know what this is and I'm very excited to read it. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought. And the book is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I am so excited to read this book, honestly, and I just know it's going to be amazing. And the lengths I went to make sure that I got this cover, I just love it so much. And I I can't wait to read this. So also Misty is asleep right there, which is just so adorable. Okay, so I know I did update you saying that I started and read the first chapter of Fire with Fire. The dust jacket is over there, and I can't remember what I said last night because it was late and I was tired, but I wasn't 100% invested. I thought that the mix between like real world and fantasy was a little bit weird for me, and I thought the characters were written very immaturely. Let me tell you, I take it all back. I changed my mind. All of those critiques were on me because it just took me about 50 pages to get used to reading YA fantasy again after exclusively reading adult and new adult and college romances for about a month and a half. So it did just take me time to readjust to like writing style and different types of books, and I'm actually really liking this book. So I'm currently 65 pages in and I'm loving it. Again, I do need to kind of come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to finish this book as quickly as I would finish a Kindle Unlimited book, but it is so good. So this is like an urban fantasy dragon book. This family is a dragon slayer. Like their whole family is kind of just like the most famous dragon slayers, and dragons are kind of like bad, but we don't really know why they're bad. We don't know if they're bad, we just know that everybody believes they're bad. But yeah, so I'm very excited to read this book and I'm going to continue reading it for the rest of the day. Technically the readathon goes until 6 o'clock. My cousin is coming to stay from 3 p.m, so I just need to get some reading done, and I'm going to be reading this throughout the day. I don't think I'm going to pick up anything else. We just met the first dragon and had the first dragon encounter, but with one of the sisters is kind of like she has a connection to the dragons and she doesn't want to slay the dragons even though she's been brought up to slay the dragons, and there is kind of like sister rivalry in here as well. So I'm very much enjoying this and very much want to continue. Also, I love just the yellow. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get ready to go because I think we're going into town, and I will get back to you later. Hey guys, hello. So I have to be a little bit quiet, but it is now 4 p.m. and my cousin is here. She is watching some movies in the living room, and I haven't actually read anything else. I'm still on page 65 because I ended up going into town to run some errands, and then I curled my hair, and then my cousin is here. So I am going to sit back and read a little bit right now. Try to at least. I'm just going to read for the rest of the day.